Any of you guys ever heard a story like that? Someone being in charge of taking care of 40 kidnapped Haitian children? This story is dark, man. So a major twist in the Diddy case in the last couple days. You guys may recall this woman right here who was on the Lionel B show, and she made some very serious accusations in the direction of Jennifer Lopez. She's the one who originally said that she could verify that the girl in the picture with the D&G shirt on was this girl who was like, I think she said like 11 years old at the time. And that's the girl where Diddy had J-Lo insert a bottle into her. And then ultimately Lionel B brought the girl on who supposedly was in the D&G shirt. And like, we watched that on Play With Matches. Speaking of which, if you've never followed my second channel that I do with my wife, you guys should definitely do that if you're interested in any of this stuff. I mean, we cover a lot of the same stories, but it's a very different type of show. The link is in the description. You guys will enjoy it. I promise you that. And by the way, why don't you guys go follow my Instagram and Twitter? You know, wait, what? Or my X. It's Real Jesse on Fire on both of those platforms if you want. But anyway, so like this, as this story kind of developed, the second video that was done, see this girl on the left is the one who, you know, was the girl in the D&G shirt. And her story right here, which we're going to watch a little bit of, was so horrifying that I never even put it on this channel for a couple of reasons. I was like, we covered it on my other channel with Gabrielle. We actually watched some of it in a live stream, and it was so gnarly that I was like, I don't ever want to watch this ever again, whether it's true or not. I don't ever need this in my brain again. But we are going to watch some of it today just so you guys can get a feeling for, like what kinds of things she was accusing of, because she had Denzel Washington tied up in this thing. She had Bieber tied up in this thing. She had J-Lo tied up in this thing. She had Nelly tied up in this thing. She had an endless number of people that she was putting in the box on this, or putting into this scandal. So it was salacious. Well, now we know who the girl in the D&G shirt is, and it's been verified 100%. So if you don't know what I'm talking about as it relates to the D&G shirt, here's what we're going to do, actually. We're going to do this in order, okay? So this is the original video that came out about this, and bear with me because, like I said, this is going to get very interesting towards the end, and there's a massive twist in the story, and, Diddy is going to be in a really tough spot as it relates to this. That's also in addition to him having to explain why he hung someone off the balcony of a 17-story balcony, and it was a girl. Can you imagine doing that? Can you imagine doing that to a female, hanging her off of a balcony 17 floors up? It's like, I can't understand how a person like him exists, But if you're going to watch a lot of my content, though, all I ask is that you subscribe to the channel. It takes 1 second, and it's very helpful to me, and I will continue to knock these videos out for you guys. I appreciate you very much. All right, so let's start right here. You guys may recall this interview, and I want to show you exactly what we're talking about, because this is her talking about the D&G girl originally.
Hey, William. It was like that.
That's that blackout drinking.
Right, but he had imagine everybody blacked out though. It doesn't matter if you a celebrity or, that's why J-Lo left the country. He had her sticking bottles and stuff up in my homegirl, and she was only 11 years old. She the girl that they put on the private jet. They her with the jelly beans. They put on the private jet. They took her to the studio in New York, and then had the nerve to dress her up in a D&G sweater, do her hair, put makeup on her, and take a picture like a trophy. She only 11 years old in that picture, and that's not allegedly.
So that is a pretty aggressive accusation to be throwing around, right? That saying that the girl is 11 years old, saying that J-Lo inserted a bottle into her, and then specifically citing that that's not allegedly. You're like, no, that happened. That's a fact. That's what she's saying. Now, here is a question that I would love to pose for everyone, okay? That is so slanderous if it's not true, right? Defamation, slander, whatever that is. If you say a thing like that about J-Lo and it's not true, you are wide open for an enormous lawsuit, right? Why isn't J-Lo suing this girl? Because it turns out it's not true. Okay. The girl that we're going to look at, who has much crazier stories than this. Now, just to be clear, the other girl is claiming that all these things did still happen to her, but that she was lying about being the girl in the D&G shirt, okay, from the picture a second ago. So who knows, right? Who knows? She's not the girl in the D&G shirt, because we know who that person is now, and that is really, really fascinating when you see. She's actually married to a professional athlete, a big-name professional athlete, and she went public this week, and then they admitted that they were lying about being the D&G girl. But nonetheless, why isn't J-Lo filing a lawsuit? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't these people filing lawsuits? You know, assuming that, I mean, listen, because this is my point. I do find it hard to believe that Jennifer Lopez, you know, was inserting bottles into people. I mean, who knows, dude? I mean, Diddy is the devil. She's together with Diddy. Maybe he could get her to do a crazy thing like that. But if I was going to bet, I would say probably not, you know? But nonetheless, right? Why aren't they filing lawsuits? Okay? Because here is my theory on that. I think that there is such a disgusting can of worms underneath this Diddy thing that every single famous person, both professional sports and entertainment, knows they are literally forbidden for suing and doing anything that's going to get into the weeds of which celebrities are or are not in the box on this thing. And we're going to get more into that later, because I think this is becoming very, you know, obvious that there are a lot of people being protected here. Now, whether you consider it being protected if they're being blackmailed, you know, you can look at it however you want. But why is Diddy the only person in jail? Right? If he's committing crimes if he's committing crimes all over the place, well, guess what? The people who are also in these videos are also committing crimes. So why is he the only one in the box? I mean, we know, we know. There's a pretty massive development that I went through recently, and I got some updates there too. So when Diddy sued Diageo, right, the company went down by 20% because Diddy was claiming racism and all this other stuff, and it was such a visible person with such a visible lawsuit. 20%. It's a $70 billion company, and BlackRock is the number one shareholder. So if you want to back into the amount of financial impact that Diddy had in a negative way with a dishonest call of racism, which he threatened them that he was going to do in advance. So he straight up is like, this is not real. I'm going to just do it to destroy you guys if you don't do what I want. And then he did it. Okay, 20%. So now it's at 70 billion. I mean, you got to figure that he probably cost him $18 billion. Diddy did. What do you think they're going to do to a guy that does that, man? You know what I mean? What do you think BlackRock does to a guy like Diddy when he attacks them and costs them that amount of money? They're going to take everything from him and throw him in jail. You know what I mean? Those kinds of numbers, it's a wrap, dude. These people can do anything they want. And you, Diddy, are a predator. And they're not going to look into that as long as you're making them money. But as soon as you start costing them money and they've got a vendetta for you, they're going to put you in the box. I guarantee what happened is as soon as Diddy started threatening the lawsuits and all that stuff, they put private investigators on Diddy to get as much dirt as they possibly can in order to use it both as leverage and as, you know, something else. You know what I mean? And so they get the stuff about Cassie. The lawsuit that she filed is, I mean, timed absolutely perfect to destroy Diddy's life. In addition to that, the law firm that she got is the same law firm that ran all the most prominent Harvey Weinstein people. Okay? This is the Grim Reaper for someone like Diddy. Now, you're telling me that like they've been broken up for years and years and years and years, and then out of nowhere, Cassie comes up with like, she's got this very detailed case, and she's coming after him, and she has this attorney. You know, I think much more likely is in the investigation, they found that tape. They found the hotel tape, and they also looked into the relationship with Cassie. They probably interviewed people that had been around them and recognized they're like, oh, we got him by the balls just on this case alone. And so they probably timed that perfectly to then follow it up with every other piece of dirt that they gave over to someone at Homeland Security. I would imagine they used Homeland Security because there's probably a relationship there. Someone in a senior position, that's friends with someone at BlackRock or Diageo. Either way, Diddy's in jail now. That is a long tangent, but let's get back to this. So again, she made that accusation and many others. All right. So then now This girl comes on, okay? And like I said, I'm just going to let you listen to some of this so that you can see what level of accusations this woman was making while saying she was the girl in the D&G shirt, which she definitely was not, okay? But again, she's standing by it that this really happened to her.
I wake up with them, and like at first it wasn't like it was fun, but then they disappeared from me and it was me by myself. And I remember being drugged the whole time, and I remember them drugging me so much and they wanted me to feel the pain, and they had my hand over the stove. I remember waking up screaming. This was a fat white guy. He kind of hunchback, got a pointy nose. This fat white guy, he was just passing me to different white men, and to a point they all started looking the same to me.
See, I gotta say, man, I don't know, man. She comes off like she's telling the truth, which is really crazy because, like I said, later on, we're going to show that she's claiming to be the D&G girl and she's not. But this whole story, as she's telling it, comes off very, I don't know. To me, I'm like, man, I am questioning my ability to decide who's telling the truth and who's lying. Again, because she came off like she's telling the truth. I wasn't sure because the accusations were so outlandish. But anyway, let's continue.
And it's like every time I think about it, it's like I relive it. And I'm there and I see it. My body can't move, but I'm there. And I don't know what days it was. I don't know the time, like, you know what I'm saying? I just know it was daylight, or I know if it was hot. I remember them having me in the summertime, and I remember being there in the cold. After that happened, it's like it goes in and out. I remember trying to escape. I remember the brown children. I remember being locked in the cage with these brown kids. I don't know what race they were, but I know they looked at black, but they didn't speak English.
How many kids would you say was in there with you?
See what I'm saying? Like that detail right there. That's, I mean, I don't know, man. That sounds like these Haitian kids or whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that is like child trafficking central is Haiti. They look black, but they don't speak English. You know, I think they speak French in Haiti.
Had to be like 30 or 50 kids, but it kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller because they were hunting these babies. She be missing, and she never took me to do a police report. And as I'm calling, getting help from these lawyers, it's like nobody can help me. And like I need help with a lawyer, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I know that's me. Like I can provide pictures, not the picture that they have because they have the original. The police had the original copy of that picture. I remember he did what he did to me, and then when it was time for Jennifer Lopez, she was there with a guy, and he was standing there looking disgusted, but didn't nobody save me. She stuck that glass in me, and after that, but my eyes were booked the whole time, and they put a blindfold on me. I remember them beating the fuck out of me.
All right, so you guys get the idea there, right? So, what happened subsequent to that is, turns out that is not the girl from the D&G shirt. So watch this really quick and then we'll discuss.
I spoke about two women who claimed to be victims of Diddy. The accusers were Adria and Misha, who were going from platform to platform making allegations against Diddy. Quickly, these women won over the internet and many people started to rally behind them. While Adria's story wasn't out of the ordinary when it comes to Diddy allegations, Misha's story was. And since I first heard it, it wasn't adding up. Misha claimed to be the victim seen in photos sitting on Diddy's lap with her face blurred out. Now, it's being revealed that there is no way Misha was the girl in that photo, as the woman in the photo was forced to come forward by the courts. And it's looking pretty clear that Misha...
Yeah, so this is who it really is in the D&G shirt, because it is an accuser, okay? It absolutely is an accuser. But it is Anna Kane, the ex-wife of NHL player Evander Kane. This is him. Whoops, you can't see that, can you? Boop. So it's his ex-wife, and so she's being represented by, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's being represented by the same firm that is was representing Cassie and did all the Weinstein stuff. But this is interesting. So we're gonna read this, and then we're gonna go back to the girl who made those accusations, because now she's making a statement about what she said, why she said it, and then she's standing by her stories though. She's just saying like, oh, it's not me in the D&G shirt, but everything I said is true. All right. So music mogul, sitting in jail, yada, yada, yada. Now one of his accusers has been revealed to be NHL star Evander Kane's ex-wife, Anna Kane. Anna, who split from the Edmonton Oilers player in 2021 following 3 years of marriage, was ordered to share her identity in the filing if she wanted to move forward with her lawsuit, in which she accuses Diddy and others of plying her with drugs and sexually assaulting her in New York City recording studio in 2003 when she was 17. Anna, who shares one kid with Evander, didn't initially want to share her name publicly, originally filing the suit as Jane Doe. The now 38-year-old singer says she was refusing to back down from the case coming forward publicly. I had hoped to use a pseudonym in pursuing justice for what happened to me as a teenager. Defendants demand that I use my name in an attempt to intimidate me, but I am not intimidated. Okay, so this is who it is. Now, one thing that I will notate, she's one of the Tony Busby ones. So this is the other guy who is representing a ton of people. And I think he is being fed videos by the feds because he is alluding to the fact that he has seen a bunch of these videos. So highly likely that she's on a video. And that's why he's representing her. So he's like, and yeah, he's representing accusers, totally yada, yada, yada. Yeah, he's accusing Diddy of violent sexual assault, rape, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, dissemination of video recording, sexual abuse of minors, yada, yada, yada. So now we're going to go ahead and look at her statement now that, it's like, all right, yeah, that's not me. And let's just hear what she said because seems notable because she made some pretty outlandish accusations. And if it's not her, it's like, okay, well, is it real?
Through and understanding me, but I would like to apologize for the misled information about the D&G shirt. I knew that me coming out saying that was me in a D&G shirt, that's someone else's case. So I knew that I could not say that. That's why I didn't want Adria to go live and say anything about the D&G shirt. But everything that I experienced with P. Diddy is real. Everything that I went through is real. I just want to apologize to the misled information. I was on the table.
You were the girl on the actual table, the sushi table?
Yes, I was on the table.
And you also have photos?
Yes, I do have photos. I don't know if I should send them to you. I'm going to show you right here, try to show you.
See, this is one of those things. This is a huge problem. Because if she's telling the truth and her story is real, well, you lied about the D&G shirt. Why on earth would you have done that? Because now, if she's telling the truth about these stories, which are horrendous stories, I mean, like this is the ultimate victim of this entire thing, if it's true. And because the other girl made some ridiculous decision to pretend that she is this girl in the D&G shirt, well, now if she's telling the truth, who's going to believe her? You know what I mean? Now, she's got pictures. I mean, she looks like she's looking for pictures. I honestly don't know what she says right here. I haven't watched this full thing yet. But, I mean, that was a huge mistake, obviously. I mean, whether she's just completely making it up, big mistake, probably going to get sued. Or if she just lied about the shirt, dumb, because now no one's going to believe anything.
Post it on the video because you were young, but if you want to show them like a little clip.
That's me. And I want to apologize to the Jane Doe victim. I never said her story was my story. I've been through things she has been through, but I never said her story was my story. And I just want to apologize if I misled anyone.
Well, Misha, we definitely thank you for clearing that up. I know, there's a woman that just came out the other day where she actually had to show her identity. And a lot of people were saying that was her in the D&G photos. So you're saying that you...
Yeah, and what's funny about that is the chick's white, It's a white chick in the D&G photos. And it's funny, when you look at the photo again, you're like, she did kind of look white all along. I never noticed that.
Are the girl that's on that table.
Yes, I'm on the table. That's what I'm saying.
And how old were you when you were on that table?
I was 13 on the table.
Anything else you would like to clear up with our audience today?
I appreciate the support. I'm not mentally unstable. I did experience a lot of trauma. And it's nerve-wracking because I came forward when I probably should just sit back and let them unveil the pictures. Now, I don't think I made a bad decision, but I'm second guessing myself because it's just taking me back to the childhood trauma of me speaking out of the things that happened to me, and I already knew the world was going to be against me.
See, dude, I'm telling you, like, this girl's energy really does. Like, I would be shocked if this girl was not the victim of egregious sexual trauma at some point, whether she's telling the truth about Diddy or not. Either that or, man, she is an incredible actress. You know, like an incredible actress. To me, she's coming off like a person who has dealt with this, you know, especially like I knew when I was going to come out, everyone was going to be against me. Like that sounds like a person who may or may not have tried to tell on someone when they were a kid and found out no one's going to believe him. And then they end up against her. And she's like, can you imagine that, dude? You know what I mean? Like I feel like sometimes I get caught up in these stories and I'm just thinking about like these celebrities or whatever. Can you fucking imagine being a little kid, you know, or just being a kid in general? And having that happen with some fucking adult and you're terrified of them and you finally, you know, you get the nerve to tell someone and you're like, look, this happened to me, and you're looking for them to protect you, and instead they fucking call you a liar and you get in trouble. Like that would break my entire faith in humanity, I think. You know what I mean? Like I honestly don't, I don't think I'm being over dramatic in that situation. If you went to someone for help, which would have been the person you probably trusted most, and they fucked you like that, you know, like who are you gonna have faith in after that ever?
Nobody wants to acknowledge the things that they have done to me, and I just want to apologize for the misled information. But I was already told when I called down there that someone was using, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't say that that's me because somebody already put in that was them. I did experience a photo in a DG shirt and a skirt, but I would like to apologize with the misled information.
So Misha, how do you feel like the information got misled? Like how did it get misled?
Because I never said, okay, when I was younger, I wrote statements, you know, I lied about my age too. And I wrote statements, and the misled information is that they're saying that I'm taking her story, but me and the person went through similar things. And the misinformation is me saying that that's me suing. And I never said I was suing him.
No, it's you saying that it was you in the D&G shirt in the pictures. Like in the pictures, it's you. You're just like, I said it was me in the D&G shirt. That's not me.
The misled information was Miss English. I told her, I can't claim to be her. You know, I think if you go back and watch your interviews, I say I can't say that's me. I did say those things, and all this like everybody's making.
So basically she's saying that this girl, who, unless you have no ability to gauge, this chick's a hustler right here, dude. You know, like this girl's a hustler. And I always was watching her just like, man, some of it's probably true. But Gabrielle noticed that when this girl lies, she plays with her hair. It's a dead giveaway. It's hilarious. In the video that Gabrielle and I did on her, Gabrielle said, she's like, watch. She's like, when she starts lying, she'll play with her hair. And then literally like 1 minute later, she said something outlandish and she started playing with her hair. I'm like, damn, nice catch, Gabrielle. Honestly, I've been talking long enough. It's already a 25-minute video. I'm going to save the story about Diddy hanging that girl off the balcony for another video, probably do it tomorrow or the next day. So look forward to that. If you guys don't mind subscribing to the channel, ringing the bell in case you don't get my notifications or what. So you will get notifications. And also like the video. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you guys.